Hey everybody, Unstable Gamer here, and today we're going to be taking a look at battle lines. And with the recent major update that they did, adding the additional cards, and I mean, just look at that home screen right there. I think that's pretty cool. You got snow everywhere. I don't have any here at home, so we got snow in the city here. Anyway, I digress. With the huge update that we just got, which added a whole lot of cool stuff here, I figured what I would do is I would create a top 5 things that I feel would be cool to be added into the game, whether it's for quality of life stuff or just something that would help with player retention, less player churn, things like that. Things that would keep people interested, especially when it comes to guilds. But first, before we get into that, if you're just now finding my channel, consider hitting that subscribe button to stay up to date with all the newest content. Alright, and welcome back. So, my top 5 things that I think would be beneficial to add to the game. And we're going to start off with guilds. I've said this in a couple other videos, but we're going to go into just a little bit more detail. So, in the guild here, one of the things that would be really cool to add in the guild info tab, when you take a look at your roster here, you can see when people are online or offline, you can see their levels, you can see what their donation is, but it would be really cool to add something in here that says when they were last online, even if it's something that says 5 days, or 4 days, or 2 hours, or 16 minutes. Whatever that may be, it'd be really cool to see a column in here for last online so that we can gauge how active the members of the Alliance are. Because if you go in here and you see that someone hasn't been on for 2 weeks, then you probably want to move that person out and get somebody in who's going to be a little bit more active. So that would be something that would be really cool to add to this guild info tab. Next is going to be events. One of the cool things about games like this, and the reason why I play games like this and some other games that I play, is because I like the social interaction. Open up a Discord channel, get in there, talk to people who play the game, who love the game, strategize, throw some things out there. There's a whole lot of people out there that play the game and you can learn a lot from, as well as pass on your knowledge and your experience. So I think the social aspect of the game would be really cool to enhance when it comes to guilds, because right now the only benefit to a guild is donating cards. So if we had something like in the event portal here, and let's just take one of these for instance. Let's say just the incident at the holiday party. If there was a achievement or a reward or just one of these things here, right? You do, let's say 50% of your alliance completes a certain number of these incident at the holiday party events, right? And then if you achieve that for your alliance, you would get a special reward. You get a card, you would get a pack, you'd get something, whatever that reward may be. Maybe gems, maybe gold. But that gives the guild something to work together on. If you come up with these different type of guild events, whether they're weekly or what have you, and definitely want to make them a little bit more difficult, right? Because it's going to take either the entire guild or a certain percentage of the guild. I think it should be more along the lines of a certain percentage of the guild than the entire guild, because then you're not needing 100% of that guild to be 100% active, because you have things that come up in life, right? People who aren't going to be able to log in for that day or whatever. So that right there. And then the other thing along the same lines is like a raid. And I've been trying to figure out how you would do a raid in a card game. And the best thing that I can come up with, and I don't have it visualized here at all, or I don't have it drawn up or anything here, but let's just take basic pyramid. You know, you start off with a certain number of cards at the bottom, and then you slowly tier your way up all the way up to that top card, and that top card is going to be your boss. And maybe you need alliance members, guild members to go in there, and you need to defeat each one of those levels as you level yourself up to that top card. Almost like some sort of solitaire type game, but it takes people in your alliance. And since we have 24 people in our alliance, our guild, maybe you separate it into like a team 1 or team 2 or whatever. I'm not sure exactly how that would play out. Just kind of some thoughts, something that brings the guild again together to tackle something even harder and maybe the rewards are even better. So if you complete that raid, then you get an epic card, or each level that you complete. So you get general rewards as you complete a specific battle, right? Whether it's just gems of gold or whatever. Once that one whole line is complete and you move up to the next one, maybe then you get for the bottom one you get a common, and then the next one up you get an uncommon, and the next one up you get a rare, and then the next one up you get an epic. I don't know exactly how that would play out, but something like that I think would be really cool. And again, for the guild to come together, it gives a little more meaning and a little more purpose to the guild, in my opinion, and encourages people to jump online and complete these different tasks for these different rewards. And the rewards really need to be worthwhile in order for people to spend the time to jump in there, right? Because these matches, when you jump into these matches, some of them aren't really quick. Some of them take a while. I mean, I did a video, what was it, a couple weeks ago, and I did 3 different battles, and that video ended up being an hour long. So I really had to cut that down and cut some of those battles out, just because in Arena it takes quite a while sometimes to get through a battle. So something like that. So there's 3. Those are 3 things that I think would really help out. So again, that would be having that last online, the events tab, that you have some sort of event that pops up weekly or monthly or however you want to do that, and then the raid. Now, going away from guilds a little bit, and this is more specific to gameplay. So the first one is going to be show last card played. That would be specific to action cards. So let's just say that you're playing a game, because you can see the characters that were played, but when an action card is played, you don't necessarily see that. Maybe you looked away and you're looking back and they played an action card and you want to see what card that they played. I think that would be kind of cool. Just kind of a little tab up at the top left or top right or however on the battle screen. You just click and it shows the last action card that was played. The other thing, another part of these games that I've really enjoyed with the social aspect, is you have some way to communicate to your opponent. And I'm not advocating for a chat or anything like that, just because I think that lends to griefing. But emotes, I think maybe if we had a couple different emotes, when you click on your leader, it brings up like good job or nice play or beat that or gotcha or something. I don't know what it is, but you know, general emotes that you typically see in a card game or other games where you're playing against a live opponent, so that you have some sort of immediate reaction to a play that was made, or you just want to congratulate, say, hey, that was awesome. Or if you know that you're going to lose that battle, you just say good game, something like that. I think that would be pretty cool. The other thing, so this is going to be 6, I guess, that I would just add in there, because I was thinking about this yesterday, but the leaders. So in here, if you go in here, and we're going to go into my cards, and you click on change leader, what I think would be really cool, because in here we got Iron Man black and gold armor, and then you have up at the top here, you have Iron Man, just the regular Iron Man, right? And then you have Spider-Man here, and then as you scroll down, you have Spider-Man black suit. What would be cool is if over here, or maybe in this blank spot right here next to select, you choose the skin, because the leaders do the exact same thing. The only difference is the graphic, is the skin, right? So I think it would be really cool just to add something right here next to select, so you can select your skin and then hit select. That way it keeps this list here shorter, because I mean, depending on how many different skins there are, this list could be super long. So I think that would be a cool way to keep this list condensed. And there you go. So that's what I had for you today. Just a quick list of the top 6 things that I think would be really cool to add to the game. So there you go, everybody. That's what I had for you tonight. I'm kind of curious your thoughts on these suggestions, as well as what thoughts do you have to add to the game. So thank you for stopping by and taking a look at the video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button and share your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.